understanding of rules versus tags. Tags, HTML tags. The content has to be tagged in order for the rule to be applicable. So as an example in a previous video, we tagged this content with the H1 tag. So to demonstrate that in the left-hand corner, if you put your cursor here, you'll see that that's an H1 tag down here in the bottom left-hand corner. So that's an H1 tag. And here's an H2 tag. And here's a paragraph tag. Just selecting, very important step here, guys. The tag selector is going to save you a lot of brain damage. Okay, the tag selector on the bottom left-hand corner, this selects that particular tag based on where your cursor is. Now, the exception to that is the body tag, because the body tag will select the entire content of the page, everything that's inside the body tag, which means, again, if you go to code mode, it's everything inside this tag here. Opening body tag, and if I scroll down to the bottom, closing body tag. So everything's inside the body tag. So I don't have to do this to select all my content. I just have to select the body tag. So let's look at this again. If I click here, put my cursor here, this is the H2 tag. Now, this is telling me the H2 tag inside the H group tag, which we created inside a separate video, previous video. So this is the H2 tag. So this selected the H2 tag. Again, valuable information here, guys. This is the tag selector. This is going to select the tag so you can make a rule. Select a tag so we can make a rule. In order to affect the tag, we need to select the tag. So as an example, this is the paragraph tag. Now, in addition to those tags, there's a whole list of tags. We talked about that in great detail in a previous video, but just to review here, I'm going to go down to my CSS new rule icon. CSS new rule icon. Now, we're not going to create a rule here. I just want to share with you, there's different types of rules. There's HTML rules, which simply are known as tags, by default HTML tags. There's a whole list of HTML tags that I can apply to my content. Then there's class tags. Class tags begin with a period. We'll talk about that in great detail. Okay, so if you have something that begins with a period, that's a class tag. So as an example, if I had something called period my class tag, that begins with period. So classes are defined and classes are assigned. Again, we're going to go into this in great detail. I just want to break this down for you. Okay. Next, we have ID tags. ID tags begin with the pound symbol. So if you see a pound symbol or a hashtag, that identifies an ID tag. Here we have compound. Combination is a combination of tags. It means exactly that. It's a combination of tags. So as an example, if you wanted to talk to the paragraph tag, it's P for paragraph. Now, let's say that I want to talk to the H2 tag when H2 tag is inside of the H group tag. We can say body H group space H1 or space H2. Now, you wouldn't do this because the H2 tag is not inside the H1 tag. This is saying the H2 tag is inside the H group tag, which is inside the body tag. Well, this is not necessary, the body tag, because it's redundant. Everything's inside the body tag. That's implied. Everything's inside the body tag. So I can go down here and say less specific. So if you just want to talk to the H2 tag specifically when it's inside of an H group tag, this is how you write the selector. Okay, so compound simply means a combination of more than one. More than one is a compound. So as an example, if you had an H group tag that contained an H2 tag, and the H2 tag was italicized or emphasized EM, this is telling you the EM is tagging the H2, which is inside of the H group. Now, if this seems confusing to you, I just want to share with you a very powerful technique. You don't have to do this. You don't have to remember the sequence. You simply can select the tag. So what do I mean by that? So if you want to talk to the H2 H2 tag inside the H group tag inside the body tag. Here's a simple time-tested way to work every time. No typos. Select the tag here, and come over here to your property palette, your CSS styles palette rather. Select the icon, new CSS rule, and this will make the rule for you. Now, again, by default, it says class. This is a combination tag because it's H2 tag inside the group tag inside the body tag. So Dreamweaver will do this for you. Dreamweaver will do this for you by simply going to compound. So whatever it says down here in the bottom left, it's going to take the information and put it here as long as you pick compound. Compound is combination. So if you don't want to be this specific, you can just say this. So this is saying H2 tag inside the group tag. Now the difference being this is the same as this, but this is going to write the CSS code over here in your panel. I don't need to say body H group, body paragraph, body H1. I just don't want to be confused by putting body in my CSS palette because times. So I just want to share with you. So the four types of rules we can have a class tag, we can have an ID tag, we can have a tag which is solo tag. So if I hit tag, that's the last selector, which in this particular case down here on the bottom left is H2. Okay. Now the four different types of tags we can have are not a part of this list. So combination tag is simply tag inside of a tag inside of a tag. So this could have said tag inside of a tag inside of a tag inside of an ID tag inside of a class tag. So that's just combination tags. It's a combination of more than one tag. So the four types of tags you can have doesn't include this. The fourth tag is known as a pseudo tag. So pseudo tags can be found over here on the right-hand side. Now, this is not the complete list of pseudo tags. Okay, so pseudo tags, whatever I do here, it appears in this list here. So I have link tag, a colon. The colon denotes a pseudo tag. We'll talk about that in great detail. Another example of a pseudo tag would be nth child tag, which would be colon nth child. I have an entire video on this already online. So I just want to share with you that four different types of CSS rules we can have. We can have a class tag rule, an ID tag rule. ID tags begin with a pound symbol. A tag is simply a simple tag element which represents one of the many HTML tags here. And a compound is simply a combination of more than one tag. So whatever you put here is going to appear over here in the bottom right-hand corner just for easy access. However, if you select this right now, watch what happens. It replaces that with this link. The A colon is tied to an anchor tag, which is a hyperlink tag. The colon, by putting a colon there, is a pseudo tag. We'll talk about that in great detail. But again, I just want to share with you in this video here the difference between tags and rules.